Testing, testing, testing. Hello everybody and welcome to game week 4, the penultimate weekend of action in the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship, where you join myself, Ryan Sipple, for the opening game on Court A, which will be contested between Sale United and Middlesbrough. Our central referee, John Sherman, just flipping the coin to determine who will get kick-off, and then we'll be underway shortly. Live on Court B, also found across the WFA's YouTube. Norwich City take on Villa Rockets Lions. So I'll wait till proceedings are underway. We'll go through the squads, the teams, and I'll bring you the action live from the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. So, second in the league in Middlesbrough against ninth in the league in Sale United, both with very different ambitions across the season. Sale United comprised of Sam Turner, Shannon Smith, Jack Hassan and Thomas Pettigrew, as Jack Hassan puts early pressure on James Found in the Middlesbrough goal. Worth noting, Middlesbrough unbeaten in the season thus far, the only team to hold that accolade. They will want to maintain it across their fixtures this weekend. Middlesbrough comprised of James Found, Kath McNichol, Carl Forster and Philip Dawes. So Shannon Smith with the kick in on the right hand side, Thomas Pettigrew the far left, Jack Hassan in the centre. Jack Hassan lets that run. James Found with a crucial block to stop the advancement of the Scotsman Thomas Pettigrew. Out for a Sale United ball. Good early pressure from the Manchester-based side. Of their 14 games, they've won 4, drawn 3, lost 7. Got a comfortable buffer between themselves and the relegation zone, or the two bottom positions in the Championship. So they're safe from relegation almost. A few points on the board this weekend would almost certainly secure them that, as Thomas Pettigrew guides it goal bound. Once again, good early pressure, but they've got to be careful of the counters. Carl Forster brilliantly controls it in reverse. He has Philip Dawes in support. Back to Kath McNichol. Couldn't quite get the timing to recycle that attack, so it goes out for a Sale United ball. Sale United in red, their goalkeeper Sam Turner in green. Middlesbrough in an unfamiliar yellow and black kit. James Found, their designated keeper, in orange. Assistant referees Steve Crum and Paul Pearson. So Jack Hassan has Shannon Smith in support in the top right hand corner. Unfortunately couldn't quite guide it across the box. Out for a Middlesbrough goal kick. Really taking the game to Middlesbrough in the early stages. A fantastic goal kick. Philip Dawes couldn't quite get the accuracy on the pick-off. Slight signs of frustration on his face. But Kath McNichol locks it up to stop Thomas Pettigrew from furthering Sale United's attack. Middlesbrough, as mentioned, currently second in the Championship division. Should they finish the league in that spot, they will secure automatic promotion to the Premiership. The top two positions of the league are automatically promoted. Whoever finishes third in the Championship across the 5 weekends will be placed in a one-off playoff game against whoever finishes 10th in the Premiership. Muscle Warriors currently in that position, but only 2 points off of Middlesbrough. But Middlesbrough have played 2 games fewer. They'll be desperately trying to chase Greenbank in first, who have been fairly faultless across the 23-24 campaign. They sit 6 points ahead of Middlesbrough. Smith, 2-on-1 in favour of Sale United. Good opening 4.5 minutes. It remains Sale United 0, Middlesbrough 0. Shannon Smith to take. Jack Hassan, the Sale United captain, in the top left-hand corner. Thomas Pettigrew behind a wall of Middlesbrough players. Smith, blocked by Kath McNichol. Carl Forster has to be careful of his positioning. Does well to vacate the space. Just single options on the bench for Sale United and Middlesbrough respectively. Daniel Holt for Sale Ellie Renton for Middlesbrough. Worth noting, Middlesbrough without some of their key players in Sam Mackay and Umar Hanif. Well flicked, Cav McNichol to Philip Dawes, but blocked by Sam Turner. His first major involvement of the game. Carl Forster's going to try and squeeze the ball between Hassan and Turner. Out for a goal kick. Brilliant defending from the Sale United defensive duo. Been so impressed with Sale United across the 23-24 campaign. They've recruited brilliantly, and they just have a lot more ambition and drive. I think their ultimate objective now is just to secure the highest possible placement. It's very close in that middle pack. As mentioned earlier, they sit on 15 points. Above them in 8th is Teesside Steel with 18 points. So a win here would see them match them on their points tally. And then on 20 points you have Villa Rockets Line and WBA Dudley. Leeds Dynamos on 22. So a consecutive run of wins or points could see them leapfrog a number of other teams in the Championship division. McNichol, well blocked by Thomas Pettigrew. Philip Dawes, it's good pass in play as Pettigrew takes possession, weaves his way round Cath McNichol. Brilliant pass, Philip Dawes. Pick off to Carl Forster, has an attempt. I think he was almost caught in two minds there as to whether to attempt an effort on goal or return the favour to Philip Dawes. Either way, promising signs for Middlesbrough despite the signs of frustration from Carl Forster. Such a brilliant young player. Chance here, Thomas Pettigrew. Again, didn't quite know what to do with that ball, put it a diagonal ball across the box. I think he assumed Jack Hassan was a little bit further down the court than he was, but it's starting to really open up this game. I think even in the opening 9 or so minutes, this is a testament to the Championship division. This is second in the league. Middlesbrough chasing the title against a team that would have been happy to just secure their safety, certainly at the start of the 23-24 campaign, and now they have ambitions well beyond that. As Philip Dawes weaves into the box. So yeah, second versus 9th, and you see how closely contested it is. Sam Turner just guides it into that bottom left-hand corner. Sam Turner, the coach of Sale United, Middlesbrough led by Carolyn Bean. Smith, blocked by Carl Forster, just comes off of Shannon Smith's chair, so kick in to Borough, rushed by Carl Forster. So straight out for a Sale United goal kick. Sale United have only won 3 games across this season's campaign. 2-1 win over Manchester City, 3-1 win over Nottingham Forest, and a 2-0 win over AFC Bournemouth Warriors. A win or points here would surely be their most impressive feat of the season. They certainly seem good value for it in the opening 10 minutes. Haven't been overawed by Middlesbrough. So Smith to take. Thomas Pettigrew down the line, Jack Hassan in the centre. Just took a touch there off Kath McNichol's chair, so a chance gifted to Sale United. I'm sure they'd love to capitalise. Shannon Smith to take. We're going to get a substitution, I believe. The Ellie Renton of Middlesbrough coming on. Philip Dawes, the player, leaving the court. So straight into the thick of things. So Smith. It's good defensive positioning from Middlesbrough. Hassan to Smith, exchanging passes. Carl Forster takes possession of the ball. Locked up by Jack Hassan. Such a brilliant player, Jack Hassan. So crucial to everything Sale United do, both in defensive and attacking phases of play. Kath McNichol. Carl Forster didn't get a touch there, so rolls all the way out for a goal kick. Contact between McNichol and Pettigrew. Play continues. Shannon Smith. Out for a Middlesbrough ball. 7 minutes to go. Sale United nil, Middlesbrough nil. Kath McNichol drives it into the box and a potential break here for Sale United. Thomas Pettigrew takes possession on the left. Tries to weave round James Found. Brilliant alertness from the Middlesbrough number 6. Talk about leading players in the Championship division and referencing Jack Hassan. James Found for Middlesbrough, so key to everything they do. Such a fantastic player who's developed so much in the last 2 or 3 years. So 2-on-1 here for Sale United. Indirect free kick. Has to go via another chair. Smith to take. Jack Hassan well marked by Carl Forster. Thomas Pettigrew in space on the right. Shannon Smith opts for the former, and Kath McNichol can clear the danger initially. Nothing to separate them. Jack Hassan attempts an effort. Carl Forster just off the back of Shannon Smith's back wheel there, so possession given back to Middlesbrough. Ellie Renton yet to have any involvement, has to be careful of her placement here. Locked in this bottom right hand corner, could have very easily been a 2-on-1 had Kath McNichol advanced any further down the court. There's good understanding between James Found and Kath McNichol as the designated keeper of Middlesbrough just came out of his box. Kath McNichol resumes that most defensive role of their 4 players. That's the second time that a kick in taken by Kath McNichol has just bypassed all teammates, out for a goal kick. Busy weekend for Middlesbrough. They of course start with this game against Sale United before playing Villa Rockets Lions and Norwich City today. Tomorrow, fixtures against Manchester City and what promises to be a brilliant game between Middlesbrough and Greenbank. Worth noting that Middlesbrough have a game in hand over Greenbank, so should they manage to secure the win here and both teams secure maximum points across game week 4, that could see whoever is in first and second position shift. So just so closely contested. Clearance from James Found. Sale United start with Middlesbrough. Tough weekend for them. They face Leeds Dynamos, Villa Rockets Lions and Teesside Steel. Carl Forster just presenting an obstacle between Hassan and Smith. Next up, Encore A, scheduled for a 20-11 kickoff. Teesside Steel take on Muscle Warriors. Join me for commentary on that one. Kath McNichol trying to find Ellie Renton, who's yet to have a touch since her introduction. Kath McNichol just signalling to Carl Forster. Has to be very careful there. Could have very easily presented an opportunity to Shannon Smith. Fortunately, just ricochets off her back wheel and she's able to lock it up. Tactically, Sale United are so much more organised. Really have been impressed. One of my teams of the season, without question. Jack Hassan has to be careful there. Just to readjust. Cole Forster trying to dribble round the defensive pair of Hassan and Turner. Approaching the final minute, still locked at 0-0. Once again, you can see Carl Forster punching his chair, very frustrated, just needs to take his time. It's been slightly forced from some of the Borough players. I think it's fair to say there's more expectation on them than there would be Sale United in this game. Chasing that coveted championship crown. Every game, every passage of play matters and can influence that ultimate decision and outcome of the season. Good pass from Kath McNichol. Ellie Renton slightly delayed in her response of trying to force an effort at goal. Fortunately for her and her team, they come away with the corner. So Ellie Renton to take. I believe this is one of her first touches of the ball. Kath McNichol, the most presentable option, and in very good space. Cole Forster at the back post. 20 seconds remaining. This would be huge if they're able to generate a chance here. Over to Cole Forster at the back post. Out for a goal kick. Well worked opportunity, but Jack Hassan very much aware and ensures Middlesbrough don't capitalise. So we've had the regulation 20. Now into any time that John Sherman has accrued across this 20-minute half. I doubt very much. That is absolutely the case. Half-time, Sale United 0, Middlesbrough 0. A brilliant half of football, almost like a game of chess. Sale United started with some real attacking intent. Middlesbrough grew into the game, but no real clear-cut opportunities for either side, and I'm almost certain that will please Sale more than it does Middlesbrough. But thank you to all that are joining, myself, Ryan Tipple, for this opening game of game week 4 of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship. Join me shortly for the second half. Hello everyone and welcome back to this soon-to-be second half in this fixture between Sale United and Middlesbrough, currently 0-0. So the teams unchanged from that, the finish of the first half. Sale United, Sam Turner, Shannon Smith, Jack Hassan and Thomas Pettigrew. Middlesbrough, James Found, Catherine McNichol, Carl Forster and Ellie Renton. Very closely contested across the first half. Hopefully more of the same in the second. Our central referee, John Sherman, Steve Crump and Paul Pearson, the assistants on either side. Live on Court B, Villa Rockets Lions take on Norwich City. And we are underway in this second half. Kath McNichol with the kick-off. Ellie Renton. Cleared by Shannon Smith. Trying to find Thomas Pettigrew on this right-hand wing as you're viewing it. Sale United's left. Been a very good addition. The Scotsman competing in the WFA National League for the first time. One of 3 Scottish players across the Premiership and Championship divisions. Kieran Burns and Logan Mitchelson both competing in the Premiership. Manchester United and West Bromwich Albion respectively. So Shannon Smith to take. Couldn't quite get the accuracy to put it in the path of Thomas Pettigrew, so Kath McNichol can fire it up the court. Shannon Smith to take. Just guided into the path of Thomas Pettigrew by Jack Hassan. Now Sale United trying to mount an attack. Shannon Smith, brilliant pass to Jack Hassan. A lot of power and accuracy. Brilliant work from James Found there, just to cushion it out of the path of the Sale United captain and turn defence into attack. Applause from the Middlesbrough coach, Carolyn Bean and Paul Yates. Ellie Renton to take. Carl Forster at the back post. James Found in an attacking position. One of the first times this game. Kath McNichol just drops into that defensive role. Trying to guide it over to Carl Forster on the right hand side. Starting to get very congested, has to be careful. Smith was millimetres away from making contact. Thomas Pettigrew in plenty of space on this wing. Looks like they're almost adopting that low defensive block, hoping to counter-attack Sale United. They might do so here. Thomas Pettigrew just possesses Carl Forster. A lot of pace, and that shows the quality and experience of Kath McNichol just to let that roll out of play. Didn't put any pressure or danger on James Found in the Middlesbrough goal. As mentioned in the first half, this performance thus far will please Sale United far more than it does Middlesbrough. But don't underestimate Middlesbrough and the quality they have. Unfortunately, without some of their key players in Sam Mackay and Umar Hanif. As Thomas Pettigrew takes possession. Brilliant work there. continues to advance down this wing. Jack Hassan now in support. Shannon Smith in the centre circle. Good work from Pettigrew there. McNichol fired into the front of Carl Forster's chair. Sale United also without some of their key players in David D and Joey Levine. Good work from Kath McNichol there, just to position her chair in such a fashion that Thomas Pettigrew couldn't gain possession of the ball. Forster, no real direction on that pass. Ricochets out from Middlesbrough kick-in. Kath McNichol to take. Ellie Renton in that top left-hand corner. Sam Turner alert and aware that Carl Forster was very much the intended recipient of that McNichol pass. On both fronts, it just seems like attack is cancelling out defence. Defence is cancelling out attack. So closely contested. As Sam Turner has to be alert there. Carl Forster is going to try and force it over the line. Turner does brilliantly. They won't want to switch off. Good block by Shannon Smith. James Found caught in two minds as to where to direct that pick off. Couldn't quite get the angle to see it out to Carl Forster on the right hand wing. Forster. Ricochet there. Sam Turner has to be alert. I think the referee had already blown for a 2-on-1 infringement, so an indirect free kick for Middlesbrough. Arguably the best positioned free kick they've had in the game so far. Be taken by Kath McNichol. Carl Forster to the right, Ellie Renton to the left. Hops for Forster, across the box, crucial interception and clearance from Sam Turner, the Sale United coach and goalkeeper. McNichol to Carl Forster, attempts an effort. Shannon Smith just clears out for a corner ball. Carl Forster to take. Forster into the box. Kath McNichol tries to make contact, just collides with the back of her chair, still has possession. Good spell of attacking pressure. Smith. Down to Hassan, just guides it into the path of Thomas Pettigrew. Referee deemed that to have taken a slight touch off of Kath McNichol's chair, so Sale United come away with the kick in. Shannon Smith to take, Thomas Pettigrew down the line once again. James Found out of his box to limit the space, brilliantly keeps it in play. Just over 11 minutes left to be played. Absolutely nothing to separate these two. Found down to Ellie Renton, right intent, couldn't quite get the power to trouble Sale United on that occasion. Renton, once again, locked up by the defensive pair of Sale United, and Sam Turner brilliantly just cuts Carl Forster out the game there. Brilliant chair positioning. Controlled by Carl Forster. Into James Found, who tries to return the pass. An opportunity here for Sale United. Thomas Pettigrew takes possession, trying to flick it back to Shannon Smith, but good defensive work from Kath McNichol. End-to-end stuff. Kath McNichol now has to be careful of Thomas Pettigrew's positioning. Brilliant work from Thomas Pettigrew there, just to put his chair in a position that meant it would have only have been a Sale United free kick as a result. So Shannon Smith to take the direct free kick into Jack Hassan. Has to be careful of Kath McNichol, who's very quick to try and guide that towards the Sale United box. Quickly taken. Out of play. Or not. Remains live. Shannon Smith to take into the side of Thomas Pettigrew. Jack Hassan on this right hand wing. Kath McNichol now. Real opportunity. Carl Forster's going to attempt an effort across the box, but Jack Hassan brilliantly there to prevent the ball meeting Ellie Renton, who surely would have had an open goal to slot the ball home in. That just touches on what I was talking about earlier, how crucial Hassan is to the attack and most importantly the defence of Sale United. Brilliant pass from Shannon Smith there. Somehow managed to get it past Kath McNichol. Sale United come away with the kick in following that passage of play. 8 minutes left to be played. Sale United nil, Middlesbrough nil. Still waiting for that real moment of quality as Jack Hassan guides it across the box. James Found does well to block. Hassan. Deft touch from Forster into the path of Ellie Renton. Regains possession on the edge of the Sale United box. Thank you to all that are tuning in for this opening game of game week 4. Penultimate weekend of action promised to be action-packed. There's some absolutely incredible fixtures to look forward to across April 6th and 7th. Back-to-back National League weekends as well. Next weekend we return to NTU Sports, Lee Westwood Sports Centre for game week 4 of the Premiership. So substitution for Middlesbrough. Just a reverse of what they made earlier. Philip Dawes coming back on in place of Ellie Renton. Should have confirmation of that change. Turner, brilliant pass to Jack Hassan. Philip Dawes with his first involvement since his reintroduction. Forster starting to expand the court. 6 minutes left to be played. Forster. Jack Hassan has possession now. Lets it roll out of play. Good game management. Sale United kick in. Smith to take. Down to Hassan. Pick off. Back to Smith. Good passing play between the two Sale United players. Carl Forster now with an opportunity to break. Philip Dawes in attack. Kath McNichol also in support on the edge. But Shannon Smith having a very good game. Comes away with the ball there. Every one of these Sale players has contributed significantly to this performance. Two on one in favour of Sale United. Kath McNichol and Carl Forster deemed to be too close to one another. Turner to Hassan. An attempt at goal. Found clears into the path of Carl Forster. I think either side would be bitterly disappointed if they were to concede in the final few minutes. Certainly defensively speaking, both of these have been absolutely brilliant. Neither Sam Turner or James Found in the Sale United or Middlesbrough goals respectively have had any real threats. They've had to be alert, they've had to be organised, but no clear-cut opportunities. Good pass from Thomas Pettigrew. Jack Hassan not quite advanced enough to receive it. Smith. Just off the front of Kath McNichol's chair. Smith down to Jack Hassan. Cleared by Kath McNichol. Around 2.5 minutes plus any additional time left to be played. As I've referenced throughout this fixture thus far, I think a point would favour Sale United far more than it does Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough chasing that championship crown. Sale United all but safe from relegation, so just trying to achieve their highest placement in the championship possible. Late pressure here. Sam Turner has to be alert. Kath McNichol is going to try and force that over the line. Slight miscommunication between Sale United, but they've regrouped now. Philip Dawes lets that roll out of play, kick in. Philip Dawes to take. Kath McNichol well marked by Shannon Smith. Carl Forster in a world of space on the right hand wing. Behind a wall of Sale United players. Philip Dawes trying to force it over the line. Sam Turner brilliantly just guides it out of play. Not before John Sherman awards a 2-on-1 in favour of Sale United. So we are now approaching the final minute. It's been a brilliant game between these two. I have to commend Sale United The organisation, communication and the common understanding. If I was to single out any one player, it's the player about to take this kick in. Shannon Smith has been absolutely brilliant across this 40 minutes. But full credit to Sam Turner, Jack Hassan and Thomas Pettigrew as well. Very late opportunity. Can Carl Forster catch up to it? Unfortunately, is unable to on that occasion. Just 10 seconds remaining. Surely the last opportunity for Middlesbrough, if they can bypass Thomas Pettigrew. Had the regulation 20, now into any additional time. Absolutely no additional time added on. Our referee John Sherman blows the whistle for full time. A brilliant point for Sale United. Commiserations to Middlesbrough, but they still have a title to chase. Add in that context the fact they're without Umar Hanif and Sam Mackay. But they will go again in their next game. Middlesbrough, as mentioned, follow this game with a game against Villa Rockets Lions and Norwich City. Tomorrow they face Manchester City and Greenbank. Sale United with an equally tough weekend. Fixtures against Leeds Dynamos, Villa Rockets Lions and Teesside Steel. Thank you to all that have joined me for this opening game. I'll be back up next for the next game on Court A, which will be very heavily contested between Teesside Steel and Muscle Warriors.